Hello and welcome. My name is Javier Rivera, and today in our DTF series, we're going to be doing our daily maintenance into our Exxon Tank 8550. So this is what I do every time that I'm going to print. So I'm not going to say that I do this daily, because if I don't print, let's say that I took a pause and I didn't print for 2 days, I don't do this every day. I only do this every time that I am going to print. Okay. So without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's get started. Let's do our daily maintenance. Alright guys, so the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to grab our shop towels and we are going to fold it in half, longwise, okay? And we're going to fold it one more time. Get used to that fold, you're going to be doing that a lot. I do this on my daily maintenance. So every day before I start, pretty much that's what I do. So now, first thing we're going to do a printhead cleaning, okay? To unlock the head, and as soon as the head moves, we can unplug, and now we can actually move the printhead. So now I'm gonna sit this in between the rollers. Hopefully you guys can see it. And now, holding it down, we're going to move the printhead to squeeze that underneath that paper. Now I'm gonna leave it right on the middle. So once I can see the paper on this corner, I'm gonna leave it right there. Okay, and then what we are going to do is we're going to grab a little bit of our cleaning solution, okay? And I am going to get this damp. I am not going to go crazy with it, because if you do go overboard, then you might get your rollers wet, which is going to ruin your prints later. So I just get it wet. I'm going to bring it, so then now I can just pull this paper towel to make sure that pretty much what I want is that spot that I made damp to be on the middle. I'm going to pull up, not like tight, like you don't want to like pull the whole print head. You don't want to like break it or like scratch your print head. So you're going to bring it up enough to put force, and you're just going to bring it on a rocket motion back and forth, okay? So we're going to go ahead and do that a couple of times on the print head, okay? And now we're just going to go ahead and move our print head to the side and leave it resting there. Now, I'm going to remove it just to show you. Usually I just leave it there. That's what you, I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's what you want to see. See, that was clogged. So that pretty much was making my print head clogged. So that's what you want to see, that this is damp, okay? And you want to see like little pieces like that of rubber that are almost going to come out of the print head. So that's what you want to see. So it wasn't bad. You can say that it was actually, there's some colors in there. So the print head wasn't like dirty. I mean, it was pretty bad. But that's what I want to see, like pieces that are like almost rubberized come off, okay? Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to our capping station right here. I'm trying to get you guys as much light as possible. So we'll see how this goes. But you're going to start slowly putting solution into that capping station too. I don't know if you can see it, but it almost looks like it's flooded. So you're going to do that. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my waste tank bottle. And you guys can't see this. Sorry, because I don't know how I can actually do this. But I'm going to squeeze the bottle, and then I'm going to cap the vent hole, the vent port, to create suction. And now you guys are going to see that pretty much is just grabbing all that solution, like bringing it back. So we're going to go ahead and put a little bit more solution. So we see pretty much that it's all the way to the top, almost like you can see it like almost about to flood pretty much. And again, we're going to create suction. And you can do it with either creating suction, or you can do it with or a syringe and just create suction pretty much. Next thing that we are going to do is clean our squeegee, okay? Now, I am going to do another video later so you guys can see my cleaning supplies. We can use the foam pieces. These like Q-tips are made out of foam, but I like to keep those for the print head. So I use these. This is what I use. So these Q-tips are very tight. They are made out of cotton. However, it is not like your Q-tips are loose. These are like tight. So nothing will, they won't leave any residue. But I don't use them on the print head. I only use them for my capping station. So now you want to clean like around your capping station. So you want to just clean around, make sure everything's nice and clean. Again, I want to see if I can show you guys, but that's what you want to see, like that. It's almost like rubber. And what I like about these is that these got like a tip that I can actually get on really hard to get edges, and then you can really get in there. And if you guys can see this, that's what you want to see. It's almost, you guys can't really tell. All right, and the last thing that we're going to do is right here in between our capping station, right here is our squeegee. See, you want to clean that. You want to make that. You want to make that real nice and clean. There you have it. So that's what I do every time that I am going to print. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you this is my daily maintenance, okay? That is not my daily maintenance. That's what I do every time that I am going to start printing. That's what I do. Because honestly, I don't do a daily maintenance, okay? I am going to give you my personal opinion. I don't think there's any right or wrong, okay? So if you're watching other DTF videos out there and they're giving you things to do on a daily maintenance and that is what works for you, then do that, okay? What I want is that you can get consistent prints without ruining your printer. Okay. Now what happened for me is every time that I tried wet capping and I tried everything, my white inks will still clog. And I'm talking like clogs that will take me 3-4 hours to clean out. So I'm spending 3-4 hours before I can go ahead and print. And even being a technician and enjoying taking things apart as much as I do, it's kind of like a burden every time that you're going to print. You're going to spend 3 hours cleaning a printer. So what I did is I just didn't turn my printers off. I'll leave them on all night. After a certain period of time, the print head will move from side to side, squeegee will come up, and then it'll clean it. And I don't know if you guys ever noticed it. I don't know if you guys started doing something on your workshop and you just hurt your printer, do something real quick, and then it stopped. So that noise that you heard is that. So then what I do is I just don't turn it off, and then I let that cycle of the squeegee and everything that the printer does to pretty much keep that print head clean all night long. And then sometimes, you know, sometimes it's 5 days that I don't use my printer. So what I do is then, you guys just saw in this video, I go ahead and clean my print head, capping station, and squeegee. And then I'll do usually it's 3 to 4 print head cleanings after that. And then I'm good. I haven't had no issues so far. The Echo tank, I have it for several months now. Before I started releasing this content, I wanted it to really put it to the test. And my XP15000 is more than a year old. And I have thousands of prints already out of them, and I haven't had no issues. So again, that's what have worked for me. I have been very lucky on that. And I haven't had any really stubborn clogs. They've been really easy. They come out just by grabbing that chop towel and going side to side. And then, you know, when I look at it, you can see the little rubberized piece, and I haven't even removed the print head since then. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Hopefully it works for you. Again, there's no right or wrong. It's what works for you. And if you can get consistent prints every day with no issues and without damaging the printing, then you're doing it right, okay? So if you're doing more than that, then you're doing it right. Don't change it. But this is what works for me. I don't turn my printers off. I do this daily maintenance or this maintenance before I print. And so far I've been lucky. I've been really good. Sometimes I spend 5-6 days without printing, and when I print, it's good. So I haven't had no issues. So hopefully this worked for you guys. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up. Okay, leave me a comment, and please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.